What's up, guys? It's Jack
and AJ
from GrowJack Outdoors, and today we have a pretty exciting video and not so exciting at the same time. Today is actually Sunday, a few days after last week's garden update, and I'll check in back with you guys Wednesday, but we need to pull a watermelon because this plant has aphids all over it, and I got to thinking we better pull the plant and the watermelon because it's dead and we don't want to risk getting the pumpkins aphids.
We might cut the watermelon.
Maybe. I think we maybe either cut the watermelon or take it to the county fair. The county fair is in 2 weeks.
Or
because you can see this plant is just all aphids. So I think we're gonna cut the watermelon off and then get this plant out of here and put it in the burn pile far away from my pumpkins. So yeah, let's get after it.
we're either gonna cut that watermelon and see what's inside and see if it's good to eat, or we're gonna take it to the county fair, or we might, if you guys didn't see our rubber band video, we might do that.
Yeah, I think we might, because you can see I watched some videos on to see if it was ripe or not, and this is all dried up. That's what it said. When it's ripe, this will dry up. So this is a giant watermelon variety. This one probably weighs around 60 pounds. So yeah, we'll weigh it too. Let's get it cut off of there. Alright, AJ.
1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes. Not growing no more.
Not growing no more.
Alright, AJ, see if you can pick that guy up and carry it out of there. I'll meet you at the house.
Oh my gosh! Only thing I can do is roll. Well, okay, maybe I can pick it up.
Try to pick it up. Get it off the ground.
The whole thing?
Don't hurt yourself.
If I do hurt myself. Almost.
I'm going to try to carry it to the end of the gate so I can get it out of here. Bottom looks pretty good. No rotten spots. Alright, try to film me, AJ. Oh.
I wish we had a mini forklift so we could do this. Don't you, Buck? Is that a heavy girl? We need a mini forklift.
Yeah, make sure they can see me. Oh, I got it about 10 yards. Oh, ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Oh, I can't do it anymore.
Well, that's why I wish we had a mini forklift at some moment. Roll it. Yeah. Rolling it is not easier. I'm thirsty. Walk the rest of the yards.
Oh. Oh, Nelly. Scratched it with my knife. That pumpkin may be only 50 pounds. Pumpkin, watermelon. That watermelon may be only 50 pounds, but it is hard to grip. It has it's the weirdest thing trying to carry a circle thing that weighs that much. Whew. All right, let me catch my breath. Let's cut this plant off. Stump's right here.
Oh man, that is covered in aphids.
That's a big stump, but
I can pull it.
All right, we're pulling this plant because it has aphids. If you didn't hear that earlier, it's covered in aphids and we don't want it to spread to the pumpkin. So AJ, pull that stump up.
1, 2.
Oh, you killed it.
I did?
Wrong plant. Just playing. Looks like those roots are kind of rotten too. All right, well.
Hey, what if these vines are tangled into other plants?
I'll have to untangle them.
Okay, now we have a big problem.
This plant's all intertwined. Alright guys, I got this plant moved out of here. I think I got all the leaves that had a bunch of aphids on them. This plant has a little bit of aphids. I'm going to spray them with some Dawn dish soap water tonight. But we got a big part of what was killing my garden out of here. So I call that a success. I took the watermelon down to the house. I'm still not, I don't know if we're going to cut the watermelon or take it to the fair. The fair's in 2 weeks. The watermelon will be bad by then, so I think we may cut it. So let's go to the house and see how much that watermelon weighs. Alright, let's get this thing. Whew. Oh, it turned off. Let me sit you guys right here. $59.6. If you guys can see that. 59 pounds and 6 ounces. Alright guys, 60-pound watermelon, and it didn't even get to grow all the way. What a shame, but I think we're gonna cut it open. So I'm gonna get a cutting board out here and let's cut it open. Alright guys, there was a little bit of change of plans. It turns out my mom just cut a fresh watermelon from the store. So I didn't want to cut my watermelon, and it'd probably just be too much for us. So I'm gonna take it to the county fair here in a week or so, and maybe it'll still be good after then. So stay tuned. I'll probably video that. But now let's get into our garden update. That's probably what you guys came here for. So yeah. Alright, let's start with this watermelon. This plant's not looking too bad, not too good either. I don't have any aphids on this plant that I know of. Some of the leaves are dying, but still got some healthy stuff through there. Don't mind all those weeds. But here is our watermelon. This watermelon is estimating somewhere around 100 pounds. Woo! So hopefully we can maybe get to 150, maybe even 200. So here's a little side profile. That thing is huge. So there's that plant. Get it covered back up and get sun bleached. This plant does still have a little bit of aphids. I'm gonna spray today. Today's the day that I spray, but I may end up having to pull this plant again, or pull this plant too. That's a good sign. I just saw a ladybug, but yeah, these leaves are covered in aphids. So hopefully it doesn't spread to my next plant. But here's a watermelon. This watermelon's not on any kind of grate or anything. Looks pretty good. I don't have an estimation on that one, but looking good, looking good. Here for our third plant. I don't know if this plant has any aphids. Yeah, it does. This plant does have some aphids, but this plant's dying too. Here's our watermelon. This one probably weighs around 40, 50 pounds. Not too bad, not too bad. This is a plant that we pulled. Not there anymore. This plant kind of runs all the way through there. Been letting it grow. However many watermelons at once. Got one watermelon right here, but it has some blossom end rot. So this plant just isn't doing very well. I have one decent watermelon right here. Looking not too bad. I don't see any aphids on this plant, so that's good at least, but still isn't the healthiest looking plant. This is another plant right here, so it's right there. Just been dying off. I don't think I even have a watermelon on it. There's one. But yeah. Here's AJ's plant. Looking good. This plant runs all the way through here. And his watermelon. His watermelon's looking good so far. Still has that little shape, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But hopefully it'll have maybe a 100-pounder. I am getting a little concerned because he tilts it sideways, starting to get a little blossom and rot. But I think if we just keep it covered, I think that'll help it not get so bad. So yeah, there's the watermelon update. I know it's not much except that first plant. That first plant is putting on a pretty big watermelon, but I don't know. Yeah. Alright, we'll start with the pumpkins now. Pumpkins are getting real big. Alright, this is our first plant, our smallest plant. Stems back in here in the weeds. Sorry about that. This plant runs all the way through here. Got this big side vine coming off of there. It's tore up from the wind. I have our pumpkin under that. I have my pumpkin under this tarp, and I just the other day saw something not very good. Actually yesterday. And it is this. That main vine has a little split in it. And if you tilt this pumpkin up any, it stretches out. So I was gonna try to put this on some sand, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. I think I'm just gonna have to grow it like this, because if I move it at all, that whole main vine will pop off. But this pumpkin's getting pretty big. Maybe around 100 pounds. But yeah. Plant's not looking too bad. I got the main vine all through here. These plants kind of intertwine with each other. I really don't know which is which at this point. But yeah, now let's move on to this plant. This plant is looking real dry right now. Probably need to turn the water up. Give this plant a little bit more. The stump's starting to get pretty big. That whole main vine gets real big all throughout there. But unfortunately, seems that our pumpkin is probably done growing. Come over here. Doesn't seem that it's put on any weight. This is all squishy. Oh, yep, I just broke right through it. So, yeah. I think it's done. It's rotten inside of there, if you can see that. So, yeah, I think this plant's done. It's kind of sad because I thought that was going to be a pretty big pumpkin. But we'll still have these two. We'll start at the stump on this guy. We have that same little knot. Main vine running all throughout there. Nice pretty vines going throughout there. See my vines starting to get uncovered from all the water. But sprinkler is about to kick on, so that's why a lot of the plants are so dry. Some of these leaves are starting to die off in here. I really don't know why. Hopefully they don't get too bad. All these vines going all throughout here, and then my tip of my main vine's right there. Got one big side vine coming out this way. And now, what you guys have been waiting for, it's time to uncover the pumpkin. Woo! Whoa! Dang! Look at that! Whoa! That's a big pumpkin. It's gotten bigger since I seen it a few hours ago. Look at that stump. These, I've been checking them for moisture. Nothing. Yeah, looking really good throughout here. Heck yeah. So, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna run to the house and get my tape measure to measure the pumpkin, and I'm gonna tell you how much it's gained in the last week, how much it has grown last night, and what it's estimating. So I'll see you when I get my tape measure. Alright guys, now we're gonna measure the pumpkin. I got all my things. Got my tape measure, my book. Now, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna take a measurement from side to side, stem to base, and then circumference. And we're gonna add those up, and then we're gonna look on a chart. So I'm gonna set you guys up while I take these measurements, and then I'll talk to you guys then. Alright guys, I have some good and bad news. You can see I got the pumpkin covered back up. But the bad news is it only grew about 4 pounds last night because I had to get up early for school the night before or morning before, and I didn't fertilize, which I learned that really affects it today because it was growing around 10 to 18 pounds a day, and now it grew 4. So I'm gonna make sure to get up every morning, and for the people that wanted to know, the pumpkin is DAP 46, and it's grown 70 pounds since last Wednesday when I showed you the garden. So 70 pounds in 7 days. That is amazing, and it's estimating 299.2 pounds. So we're so close to 300. I think this is officially, if it doesn't rot, knock on wood, gonna be the second biggest pumpkin I've grown, if not the biggest, because if I keep fertilizing and pushing as hard as I can, I think we'll be able to get a 400, 500 pound pumpkin. So yeah. Alright guys, I think that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go down there, ring notification bell, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next video.